The equipment being tested on this aircraft won't eradicate the volcanic ash problem, but it should keep more passenger planes in the air. Because the data it's gathering is more accurate than the vague information which forced thousands of flight cancellations in the past 2 years. The cloud from the Icelandic volcano which erupted in 2010 drifted across much of Europe. But we now know that just 2% of airspace showed the high concentrations of ash which can damage jet engines.
Airspace would have probably been open for the vast majority of time. In other words, we closed lots of airspace that we would not have had to had we had this technology.
It's called AVOID, Airborne Volcanic Object Imaging Detector. 2 infrared cameras have been attached to a light aircraft and tested around Mount Etna in Sicily. The company now plans to install them on some of its commercial jets. At 30,000 feet, they could detect dangerous levels of silicates 60 miles or more ahead and supplement information gathered from satellite imagery.
This instrument, put on board an aircraft, acts as a tactical device, so it's able to give the pilot information about exactly what is ahead of him. So he will have strategic information to tell them, well, there's an ash cloud about somewhere, but he's able now to take off, fly safely, see the ash cloud, and if it happens to be in a place where it's not supposed to be, then he can just make a small maneuver and go around it and fly safely.
The data can also be transmitted to a central base in real time, so the more planes with cameras, the more accurate the map of which airspace is safe to fly through. Sometimes the concentration of ash is low enough to fly in for short periods, but even if the detection equipment becomes widely used, it won't stop cancellations when levels are high and close to airports.
I think what we shouldn't be duped into thinking that this is a solution that allows everybody to fly. It's a detection system. It doesn't actually improve the safety of the aircraft.
Scientists predict that the next Icelandic eruption could be 10 times the size of recent ones. And computer models are already plotting the likely spread of the ash cloud. EasyJet hopes that other airlines will also adopt the AVOID system so that if there is another ash crisis, more airspace can stay open for longer. Ian Woods, Sky News.